to corporate, approve memos, lead a workshop, remember birthdays, direct workflow, my own bathroom, micromanage, promote synergy.
Boss Baby. Boss Baby was directed by Tom McGrath, and this movie is about a kid named Tim, and he's 7 years old, and he discovers that his little brother is a baby that can talk, and he's a businessman and all that nature. Just want to before I get deep into the movie, I just want to talk about the positive things with this movie. This movie was directed very well. Really, the movie was directed very well. I love the animation style of this movie. Now the director did switch the animation in some sequences where the main character Timothy is having his imagination becoming more of an artistic visual, where he uses 1960s style of animation. You can really see the director's talent into this film with a different animation sequence. So I think that was pretty cool. And also the deep message that this movie points out is the fear that a sibling will have when they're having a new brother or new sister that coming to the family. Like that's one of the main things that a kid will endure. That fear thinking that their parents are not going to love them or not show much affection towards them when they have a new brother or new sister, and they really pointed to that, and that's something that the kids can actually understand and relate to. They had heart, and also it's executed very well, and I really felt something when they showed that message on screen. This movie wasn't funny at all. I chuckled a couple of times, but yet it's for children, so I could understand that. But now the main thing I really want to talk about with this film, that makes me want to cringe up my face into embarrassment, that I actually had to think hard. Like, it's like I felt like I thought so hard that I felt like I was watching a philosophical film, a film that could touch, that can hit you, and to the point where you actually questioning reality. I have never watched a kids film that really takes a boundary into what's real and what's fantasy. The movie starts off with Timothy having a vivid imagination. So his mother is pregnant with a baby, but then the boss baby comes in a taxi cab, and then in the very next scene she's not pregnant. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, so what happened to the baby? Did she give birth or not? So I'm thinking that maybe her being pregnant was his imagination, and then the boss baby came in. Was this a dream or It's like the director was trying to challenge our minds for the adults to really have that sense of what's real, what's not, because in the film focuses a lot of sequences on Timothy's fantasies, and therefore when he's having these action sequences, they're unrealistic, because how can a 7-year-old have all these action sequences that's really out of the ordinary, like him jumping off a rocket ship? So I'm thinking to myself, maybe all this could be a fantasy. And then at the very end, which I will not spoil, they hinted it could be a dream. But then they did something else entirely that just makes you have a big giant question mark. And I think that the director did it on purpose. It's really ambiguous, and it's really for you to figure out for yourself. I don't have the answer. I gotta say, this movie definitely deserves a Michael Keaton Batman. This is a forgettable movie. I mean, it's not funny to me. The kids will love it, but for me, as a film, I won't watch it again because I just get pissed off. just thinking about it, the ending. Just thinking about the movie itself. Just the. Alright guys, that's my review for Boss Baby. I really urge you to check this film out. Take your kids to the movies. It's a good time for the kids. I don't know if some of the jokes will work for the adults, but I think this is a decent film to watch. But for me, it's forgettable. So that's my review for Boss Baby. And yeah, that's the weekend. So I'm going to have more reviews next weekend. So stay tuned. So if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here. Join me in the Batman family. And check out my Ghost in the Shell review. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.